Good morning. Well, I'm sure Stuart will be with us in momentarily, but I've got to read our meeting notice. This is being recorded. For Governor Baker, on March 10th, 2020, there was an order suspending certain provisions of the open meeting law, Mass General Laws, Chapter 30A, Paragraph 20, allowing a public body to conduct its meetings in a public place that is open and physically accessible to the public, provided that the public body makes provisions to ensure that the public access to the deliberations of the public body for the interested members of the public through adequate alternative means. Adequate alternative means of public access shall mean measures that provide transparency and permit timely and effective public access to deliberations of the public body. Such means shall include, without limitation, public access through telephone, internet, satellite-enabled audio or video conferencing, or any other technology that enables the public to clearly follow the proceedings of the public body while those activities are occurring. Where allowance for active, real-time participation by members of the public is a specific requirement of a general or specific law or regulation or a local ordinance or bylaw pursuant to which the proceeding is conducted, any alternative means of public access must be provided for such participation. So we are on a Zoom meeting and we are being recorded. All right. So good morning, all. We'll do a roll just to make sure that we have a quorum. So we have myself, Marshall Jesperson, the chair. We have Nick Oram. Good morning, Nick. Tom is here. Stuart Mayor is absent right now. Hopefully he will join us. And we do have James Surratt on from the DPW.
Hey.
Good morning, all.
Hi, James.
Hey, how's it going?
Good, thanks.
Good.
I have a quick question for you, James. I was a little confused. I don't know if anybody else was. Because you got two quotes on the mower, one for a 61-inch deck and one for a 72-inch deck.
Well, the only confusion was they weren't sure if they were going to be able to put the 72. That 72 is a new model, and they weren't sure about being able to put a bagger on it. And since then, they've deemed they cannot. So we'd have to go with a 61.
So you're going for the 61.
Yes.
Okay. Get that one out of there. All right. So we've got for you three things before us this morning. One is a replacement truck.
Yep.
One is a replacement mower with a 61-inch deck and the bagger.
Mm-hmm.
And one is the funding for the continuation of the project on the roof at Newbury Elementary School.
Yes.
Okay. Why don't we take the truck first?
Okay.
So your explanation seemed pretty straightforward. This is just, you're going to auction the old one?
Yes. Yep.
James, what would the old one bring?
You know, I wouldn't be surprised if we don't get like maybe 10,000 for it. Whereas on a trade, you know, maybe even a little bit more. I don't want to be too optimistic, but we've been surprising what we've got for some. It may be even more than that. I just wouldn't want to say a number that I don't think we would reach.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear the number.
I'm thinking about 10,000.
Okay. What shape is the truck in?
Overall, it's not too bad. It's just getting to the point where like the transmission is starting to make a little in reverse and probably rear end. like I said, we basically every day that truck has something in it or behind it. We used to be about an 8-year replacement, but we've kept, with the POR and the body and stuff, we've been able to keep the body from rotting out. So surprisingly, like the dump body doesn't look too bad considering, but it's just the rest of it.
Does it make sense to trade it, or does it make sense to use it as a spare?
Well, the only thing is we really don't have anybody to run. I mean, to use it. I mean, if something broke, we could, but other than that, it could sit a lot. And then
Okay.
sometimes that doesn't do it much good either. The
Okay.
brakes seem to freeze up and.
The new truck looks like you got every option that they could dream up, but I'm not criticizing, but they all look reasonable, but there's lots of options there.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, most of it is like some of the stuff is like the dual batteries and stuff, but it actually saves us on hydraulics. They got new sanders out that actually run off electricity, which surprisingly have been really good and been a lot less maintenance on them. So there's a lot of things like that on there too.
So that's the dual battery.
Yeah, dual batteries, exactly.
I'm assuming the plows are transfer from the old one.
Yes, actually, the plows have actually held up good. The sets we bought on the others have been Everest with a poly board on them, and they're in great shape. So there's no sense buying another plow.
No, indeed. Okay.
Well, I'm convinced.
All right.
Right. Well, to facilitate this, rather than have you send me things, what I was going to do was go down. We've got on Form E our rating sheet, and so I thought we'd do the score on this for the rating sheet, and I'll just poll you. So, Tom, if you looking at the rating sheet for the Ford F-350 dump truck with all of its accoutrements, in section A for the priority classification.
Sorry, Marsh, I don't have the form in front of me, so can you,
Yeah, okay. I'll read it out. We
Marshall,
got the,
did that come in a separate email?
yes, it did,
Rating sheet? Yeah, okay.
but
Yeah.
it's all right.
Okay.
This is what we've got is we've got 3 classifications, or we've got, the considerations. So is this a mandatory, a maintenance, improved efficiency, or new service? And it's certainly not a new service. It's not improved efficiency. I would say that under the priority classification, replacement would be just maintenance. And that,
agreed?
okay.
Great.
All right. And then this priority is we have priority ratings from very high, medium, and low. I would say this is a high priority.
I would agree.
Okay. Okay, got that. The expected life of this, and we have 5 to 9 years, 10 to 19, 20 or more. And I think we're in the 5 to 9 range.
Yeah, this one is 10, but I agree.
Yeah, I would hope it's more than 5.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No. Like I said before, we used to always have them at 8. So we're this went out to 10. So we've gotten better.
I mean, given what you got for trucks and given what you're looking for replacement, you got 15, 17. I think that a truck that's being used every day, being the diesels, 10's a fair number.
Yeah.
Well, shall we go up, pop it up to 10?
Yeah, I'd go 10. I mean, that's what James says in his Form C.
Yep, okay. The effect on maintenance, I think this is pretty much an unchanged maintenance cost. Would you
Is
agree?
that
Jim?
true, or are you doing heavy
Actually-
maintenance?
Actually, I would think it'll be a little better only because like the body is a stainless body now. We're halfway through. We would have to strip the body and paint it to keep it from rotting out, so we can get
Yep.
the 10 years. So we don't have to do that. And same with even the wheels. The wheels are aluminum, but not because we want it to look fancy. It's just usually 2 or 3 times throughout the course of having the 1-ton, we pull the wheels off and paint them. And this will save us from having to even bother doing that. We've done it with the big trucks now. And it just saves us from taking the wheels off, having them sandblasted and painted because, they just start to rot and pit around the seal.
Yep.
James, no problems with the oxidation because of the salt?
No, because we've actually got all stainless sanders now, and it's amazing. I mean, our oldest little stainless sander is out of a 2002 1-ton like this, and we still got it. And
No, I meant on the wheels.
no, because we got the same. Like I said, the steel wheels the salt just gets in them, and it's amazing how hard it is to keep them from rusting. But we've got, let's see, our oldest one is probably 11 years now with the aluminum wheels on a bigger truck, and so far so good.
Okay.
You haven't had any trouble with the aluminum wheels breaking?
Nope.
Because we've had some spectacular failures
Really?
on cars,
Okay. Yeah.
but
While they're rolling at high speed?
and saw one that actually poked a hole right through the wheel. It was fat, just incredible.
Wow.
So effect on the towns, there's no revenue change with this truck,
Right?
okay? That's good. And do we have any grant money for this truck?
No.
James, was this part of the, your package that was withdrawn from the yearly, or was this just was a truck scheduled in the budget this year?
Yes. It's in the budget coming up now. You mean, or in the like previous year budget? Because it was on the equipment list, like I said, started 2 years ago, and we just pushed it out.
When's this gonna get purchased?
It'll be after the town meeting.
So it's 2022 fiscal year.
Yes.
So it'll be before July.
Well, I guess it could get ordered before July, but we wouldn't see it till after July. By the time we have it'd be after July, we'd physically have it.
So you're having this truck built.
Correct.
Okay.
Okay. All right, that takes care of that form. Let's go to the mower. This is a replacement mower. We are looking at $13,820. Some of our constituents have looked at the price of mowers and said, holy smokes, that's a lot.
Yeah.
So, go ahead.
James, a question?
Yes.
The last 2 mowers, it shows that they're gonna be 8 years lifespan. Yet the other 3 have got 22 and 18 years on them. Why such a short lifespan when the other ones are getting such better
Well,
lifespan?
I'm not, which ones have the 20? Well, one of them was a walk behind lawnmower that doesn't get used on a regular basis. It just does, it would do like a town hall where you can't get the Z-Tracks, so it gets minimal use. This mower here just mows, it's every day. It goes to Mantas, it goes to the greens, it does all the mowing in town. Where
Right.
the John Deere,
The 2013 showed the Z-Tracks, showed 18 years life expectancies on them.
oh, that man, I must have screwed up on. Yeah, because those do the lion's share of the mowing. I mean, I couldn't fathom one of them making it. That's my fault. Because like I said, like the walk behind the smaller one, we've got that out of it. But these, I mean, I don't know.
I was just surprised with 18 years. But
Yeah. I will fix that.
What is the part what goes on these?
It's actually, believe it or not, the engines get actually tired on them. If you even like look them up, you know, you'd think, oh, 1,500 hours isn't crazy, but they say about 2,000 hours. And like I said, by the time we actually get the other mower, but it's the engine, and then it's the hydraulic motors too that actually drive the wheels. They get weak, but surprisingly, the engines take the biggest. They're just air cooled, and you figure they're out there in the heat and just take a beating.
There's not a water cooled.
Well,
No.
there's a couple troubles. So they do make some liquid cooled diesels, but we've demoed them, and some of the problem is they're just so heavy that, you know, in a few places they're not too bad, but then some places they're just a little too heavy, and they
Well,
seem to make a mess of the grass in like early spring. I mean, when it's nice and dry, it'd be okay. But they're also, you know, more like closer to the $20,000 range too. So I don't know, you know, maybe you could have one and maybe get a little more life out of it, but it's these.
Okay. The reason I ask is we had an option between an air cooled and a liquid cooled small tractor. Went with the liquid cooled, and now it's on its 21st year.
Yeah.
And it's still cranking.
Yeah.
So that does make a difference. All right. Any other questions?
For me.
Straight bagger. What are you going to do with the old one?
Auction it.
Okay. What do you
And
think?
I would get, I would feel safe to say we get like $3 grand, 3,500.
Really?
Yeah. We may get, like I said, I think those are real numbers. We could do better. I've been shocked at what we've got.
Okay.
I'll
right.
shoot you guys an email if we end up with the mower and we go this route. I'll let you guys know what we got for them.
Okay. So, going through the major consideration, this looks like a maintenance item.
Agreed.
Okay. Nick?
Yep, yeah,
Okay.
great.
Okay. The priority is a high priority.
I would agree.
Okay.
Great.
The life of this one is we're going to be in the 5 to 9 range. Would you?
Yes, I would say that's a fair number. We want to be close, obviously, to the 9, the 8 to 9. That's what this one is.
Yep. Okay. This is not going to be a change in cost for the town.
No.
As far as operating and maintenance is concerned.
No. No.
James, who does Manta Field? You guys?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
We have to mow that twice a week. If we don't mow it twice a week, it's got to be bagged, and then it becomes then it's really a job.
How often do you change the blades on that thing?
Probably every 3 weeks. We sharpen them, 2.5, 3 weeks.
Okay. Just curious.
Yeah. No,
Okay,
it never stops, that mower, all summer.
Okay. And no change in revenues for that?
Nope.
And there's no state or federal money for that.
No.
All right. Moving on to the roof. This is a multi-year effort on Newbury Elementary School.
Yep.
And how many years have we got left?
I would say after this, 6 to 7, depending on if the price stays about the same. We get about 15,000 square feet we did this year, but it come out really nice. It's a nice product. It's all one coat on the roof. And we did that big area, and they, took care of all of our problems. So, and like I said, the roof wasn't terrible. So I think this way here, we're doing the worst sections first. So we should never have a problem. We're kind of creeping up on, we get the worst spot and the next spot's good enough to make it to the next year.
Okay.
So is the roof is structurally okay? And this is a new coating
Yeah, and what we do is, we had the roof scanned, and if there is any wet insole board or anything that needs replacing, we cut that out and fix it first. Like I said, this was the worst section, so next year we may do closer to 18 or 20,000 square feet because there may be less damage underneath. So that's why I say it may be better than that, because every section we do now is in a lot better shape. So, but I'd say worst case, if we figured that, at least anything less, everyone will be happy.
And you say 6 to 7 years?
If we do about the same every year.
Okay. And then how long are we going to see this last?
Like 20, if they should get a warranty shortly, but it's gonna actually be warranted for 15 years. But it should be at least another 20 years out of the roof. If not a little more.
Okay.
It's nice. There's no seams. It's just one coat.
Good stuff. We've done that on a couple of roofs, and it's worked out really well.
Yeah, good.
The only problem we had was we had some fastening issues that we had to replace. Now, is that an issue that your guys?
One section we did have where the fasteners were actually kind of wanting to come up through your roof. Is that what kind of issue you had with your fasteners, or?
Yeah, they had worked loose.
Yeah.
And really were not. We had to oversize them.
Okay. Yeah, we had one section, but we think it's where the roof actually got wet that it started letting them move. But like I said, that we took care of, and in the other areas don't really have that issue.
Okay. James, out of the 100,000, how much of it is labor and how much of it is material, or what?
I'd have to, don't hold me to it exactly, but I think it's about 60% material and 40% labor.
Okay. And the labor is town salaries, or these are people?
No, this we hired out. This was
Okay.
all prevailing wage work.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
James, which section are you doing this time?
I don't have it in front of me, the exact roof. I mean, I could send you if you want. Yeah.
Just curious.
Okay. Yeah, we did over the main lobby this year and part of the older school and over the auditorium, because that was a big problem. And I think this year we're working towards the gymnasium, and I'd have to quote me on the other two pieces.
No problem.
Okay.
All right. Okay, well, let's go through our considerations. This looks like a maintenance project.
I agree.
Nick?
Agreed. Yep.
All right. High priority. I think roofs are high.
Yeah, I
I
agree.
agree.
This is a 20 or, well, we go with the warranty, we're in the 10 to 19 year range. I think that's probably a safer place to be. What would you think?
Yeah.
Because
Let's go with the 20. What's the next one up?
20 or more.
I would agree. If it doesn't make it, we come back and do it, right?
Yes, that's right. Well, the thing is, we have the warranty on the 15, so we can sort of hang
Yeah,
that's on that.
yeah, I guess I.
And okay, this is no change in cost as far as maintenance or operations is concerned. Is that correct?
It's actually, well, I guess it's probably helping a little bit, because like those areas, excuse me, every year I end up spending a little bit in these worse areas just to kind of hold it together. We had some leaks. So I think it should actually help our maintenance cost.
Okay. No effect on the town's revenues for sure. And are there any grants available for this?
I haven't seen any.
Okay. All right.
James, does John Deere know you're wearing that hat?
All right. There is no other business before this committee this morning. And so I would entertain a motion to adjourn.
So move.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
James, thank you for your time. I really appreciate it.
Thank you,
Thank-
guys. All
Thank you,
right,
James.
have a good one. Thank you.
You also. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Take care.